guys, it's Elisabetta here with Wyker Realtors, the Andrews Group. Today, I have a special guest here with me. Hi, Rory.
Hi, how you doing, Elisabetta?
I am good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Great. Rory is my preferred lender, is Rory Lithgow, and I'm gonna link his contact below. So if you have any needs, if you are a buyer that, wanna shop in the Nashville and the surrounding areas, get in touch with Rory. He's amazing. And Rory Lithgow, you're very welcome, from Interlinc Mortgage. So, Rory, what can you tell us? All the buzz about interest rates and all that has been going on. So I would love to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think I've never, in the 24, 25 years of doing mortgages, I've never seen them go up as quickly as they have. But I think, it's still a great time to buy. I think even with the higher rates, we're still seeing some payments because the home prices have come back down a little bit. Right. So I think with the lower prices of homes, a $500,000 house in March sold way over $500,000, and today it might actually go for $450,000. Yeah. So with the lower loan amounts, the payments, even with the higher rate, the payments are still a little cheaper.
That's a great point, guys. Remember a few months back, in order to get in the house of your dream, you needed to beat so much overpriced. And I remember personally, offer that I, put on homes of a certain kind went above like 120,000, 150,000. We had a deal that we did together with that. So if you compare that to what the monthly payment back then would have been, you're probably better off now with a little bit of a higher rate. And also, Rory, I want you to tell us about the possibility to even buy down these rates now, right?
Yeah, so you can, for the first couple of years, when you get into a home, we have a 3-2-1 buy down and then a 2-1 buy down. With the 3-2-1 buy down, you basically, if the rate today is 6.875, you would be starting out with the rate that's at 3.875. For the first year it would be that. The next year it would go to 4.875, then 5.875, and finally make its way up. So it's a great option, and the good thing is that money is put into an account for you. So even if you refinance within those 3 years, you actually still get the benefit of that money. It's not like the lender just gets to keep it.
Awesome. So, that is a great point that you're, explaining to us. And guess what? Since the market has been correcting and shifting, now you have the chance to ask the seller to actually do that. So if you want to go in the house of your dream, we can actually ask the seller to buy down the rates for you, correct?
Yeah, I love it. Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah, and it's happening a lot. We are seeing that happening a lot.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Rory, the question that everybody wants to know, and I wish I have a magic, how do you call it? Like a crystal ball, right? To say, things are going to go this way or the other, but everybody's been asking what's going to happen with 2023 interest rates wise and market wise,
So I don't think anyone really knows, but the couple of things that I've seen, the predictions are from Fannie Mae. I'd heard earlier this year when rates really went up, they said by the beginning of by the end of the first quarter, we may see rates come back in the 4s. I think they've made an adjustment now and said we may see them back by the middle of the second quarter, we may see rates in the 5s. So I think there's going to be some great opportunities for people to take advantage of lower rates. So getting in a house today gets the seller to cover your closing costs. The house is a slightly lower price. And you get the option to refinance later. And one of the things we're offering is we're covering the lender fees that are associated with a refinance along with an appraisal, because we truly do believe within the next few years people are going to refinance out of these higher rates into a lower. So
for sure, like we say, date the rates, marry the house, right? Because once you got the house is the house. You can't change it, but you can definitely change the rates. But I think we can both agree that this time is a great time to buy a home, right?
I totally agree.
There's less competition on the market. And guys, everybody, I've been having this, talk with a lot of my clients, past clients and future clients. And the question is always like, well, things are going to get back where they were, we're going to wait a little bit. Or what do you think? And I'm like, well, yes, as, inflation is doing its things. And as we know, inflation is directly connected with interest rates and what the Feds do, right? Yeah. So, but everybody agrees that what we had experienced the last 2 years is an exceptional situation. Like, I don't think anybody of us want to relive a pandemic. And, that is exactly why we had that frenzy in the real estate market. And, people were trying to maybe move from certain place, relocate, jobs that got shut down, people that were working from home, huge. So they had to reorganize their lives. Schools were shut down. People had to, had their homeschooling done, yeah. Right? So, most likely, if you even go and see historically what the rates has been doing, the fact that a home would appreciate 35% over a year in certain area, it's unheard of. Normally, historically, real estate can bring 4 to 5, and that's a lot, right? So we have to think normal again. And I think we always have the need to buy a house, sell a house for whatever reason. We are upsizing, downsizing, we're getting married. Hopefully we're not getting divorced, but sometimes that happens, right? Yeah. So, okay, Rory, last thoughts on if somebody's looking into, purchasing a home, what do you recommend they do to really get, their picture straight? In terms of numbers, credit scores, give us a little bit of that.
Yeah, I think, obviously in order to do a loan these days, you need a 580 credit score. So I think a statistic I heard that I want to say it was 88% of the US population has a 580 and above credit score. It was 83, I think. 83% of the US population has a 580 and above credit score. So if you're watching this, there's a real good possibility you could probably qualify for a home. I think getting pre-approved sooner than later is always a good thing. I have people that maybe even come 6 months, a year before they're going to get qualified. That way we can see what's on their credit. We know what we need to do. If there is some work to be done, it gives us time so that we can get them squared away for when that time comes. And one other thing, I've always heard people go, well, I'm wanting to buy my dream home. And I would always say, the next home is one step closer to your dream home. And
that is so true.
It gives you equity to buy the next house and really think it's something to remember. Don't get locked in while I'm waiting for my dream home.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you, Rory, for being with me today. Okay. Well, if you have any question about Nashville and surrounding real estate, if you're thinking about relocating in the area, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. All my info are posted below. And before we say goodbye today, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified every time I release new video content. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you again, Rory.
Bye.
Bye.